I got started, I was really bored, and I always was interested in this since I was a kid. I had no money and nothing to do, no hobbies. I had to give up all my expensive hobbies. So I decided to go look for artifacts, and everything kind of snowballed from there.
Hi, I'm James Metters, 58 years old. I live here in Ash Township, Carlton. I've been collecting Indian artifacts for 2 years in the spring. I found that there is a lot of history and a lot of pieces to be found here in this area.
How do you feel about being in a documentary?
Well, this is my first one. I have seen your documentaries before, and I'm a big fan of both of yours. And you've assured me that you could make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, so here I am.
Hello, my name's Clay Mathis. I'm from Western Kentucky. I come about getting into the artifacts of some of the ancient Native Americans, I believe, that come here. I was digging field for a construction site. I wasn't looking for this stuff, and about 15, 20 foot down in the ground, I just started hitting rock that should not be there. And the more I looked at it and realized that a lot of the rock was not even native to our area, and started paying a little more closer attention and started finding these little statues.
Little Shelley Irwin here to talk to big Chris Penney all about what's been happening here with your latest, shall I say, passion, findings, and news that you have to share with us. Tell me more a little bit about you.
Talking about my passion, artifact collecting or Native American history has been my passion since I've been a kid. And I think about 20 years ago, I found my first arrowhead.
I had an epiphany when I was out in the field after about 100 hours of constant looking and searching in a 2-week period. Every day, 10, 12 hours a day. I knew stuff had to be here, but where was it? You know, that was the problem, was I wasn't finding it.
The area where I was at, it was arrowhead poor. That was my original intention, was to find arrowheads. And then I started noticing these globular figures like this, with these strange designs on them. And it finally came to me that they were indeed made by Indians, and that they were a form of artifact just as worthy as arrowheads or pottery or anything else.
I started recognizing the patterns, and when I seen the pattern of a rock, and I thought it was interesting, I didn't pick it up, but then a few feet later I seen the exact same rock, and I'm thinking, you know, what's happening here, Groundhog Day or something, you know? And then I looked back, I could still see the two rocks at the same time. And that's when I realized that everything around me were the artifacts that were around me. They were just camouflaged and looked like rocks.
I call this one the Smiley Man, just nicknaming it. And then here's one, as you can see, that's carved out of the rock of, looks like a monkey's head. Just some really wild and strange pieces, but undeniably somebody made it.
My name is Blaine Bensel. I went down to Kentucky with Chris to help him shoot a portable rock art documentary. I went purely on the aspect of video production, which is my background. He showed me pictures of birds and mammoths and everything, and it really intrigued me and kind of turned my focus, if you will, from going down just being a production assistant to when we got down there, next thing I know is I'm looking on the ground looking for artifacts, and managed to pick a couple up myself.
There's a lot of land behind us, so naturally I'm back there looking for arrowheads. And during the course of that time, I'm finding all kinds of stuff that doesn't fit the typical archaeological paradigm. rocks that are carved to look like animals and human faces and all these different things that made no sense to me. I had no idea what they were. I knew they were work. They showed those telltale signs of like human like manipulation that you see in, you know, typical artifacts. One day the light hit my box of rocks perfectly and I saw this human face that was undeniable.
Since spring before last, I've accumulated well over 200 pieces, and I can't believe it myself, the things that I have.